In a secular age, people may not have the same ache for God in the traditional sense, but there is still a longing in all of us to find hope in something or someone. When Mary sat in the garden that day, she must have been wrecked with disappointment and despair. She had placed all of her hope in this Messiah, given up everything to follow him, and he had died. But despair transforms into good news, as the person she thought was the gardener utters a single word in Aramaic, Mary. And she couldn't help but run and share that she had seen the risen Jesus. He who died for our sins, was buried, raised, and then appeared. And this good news is not a standalone story, but it is one that is part of a wider, ongoing one. The good news that Mary shares affirms our past, that we are not a result of chance, but we are image bearers of God, created in love, by love, and for love. And this good news also gives us hope for the future, a day where there will be no more political or religious leaders that let us down, no more injustice, and no more war, where all of life will be as it should be. And while we are not yet there, this good news gives us hope for today, that we can see and experience life in the present by the Spirit and in the people of Jesus. So this Easter, yes, read and respond accordingly to the stories of despair in our world today, but also find some good and joy-filled ones too. For our reality today is full of pain and is full of suffering, but at the same time it is filled with goodness. N.T. Wright says the resurrection declared that Jesus was not an ordinary sort of political king, a rebel leader that some had supposed. He was the leader of a far larger, more radical revolution than anyone had ever supposed. He was inaugurating a whole new world, a new creation, a new way of being human. Happy Easter.